Oh, yeah, I think,
Okay.
thank you, Dan.
Yes.
All right. Call to order the building committee meeting, January 26th.
Oh my goodness.
What we got? You got everybody? Oh, we got Tom, we got Gus, we got myself, we got Monica here. And
Who's in the upper left-hand corner? Randy.
I'm Randy
What's your
Brennan.
name?
I'm here for Doris Phillips. She lives at 806 Oak Drive.
806 Oak Drive. You got that? Randy
Brennan.
Brennan. And you, sir?
Hi, I'm Ken Thetford from 102.
Oh, two. Right up front. All right. Establish the quorum. Minutes.
We'll read through them and move to approve as written.
I'll second the motion.
No. What's wrong?
Ah.
The date,
What day?
January 19th.
That's today.
That's not right.
Doesn't say.
Or the next meeting.
Which is today.
Yes,
Yes,
that's correct.
it was last week.
What?
Go back and look at the video. It was supposed to be the 12th.
Okay.
I even texted Steve and said, where are we all?
Anyway, as it turns out, it's correct.
It is correct.
Yeah, it is correct.
It's because you're here.
So just change it to the 19th.
Hmm.
All right. Anything else? All right. Give a second, Dan. They're approved. Ooh, slab renovation project. That's going right along. John's got a schedule on that. Painter is doing the scuppers that need to be redone. And we
Shouldn't have many more of those to do.
and we got an estimate for painting the second floor deck. We thought that it was in the painting bit, but it was not. I think he wants $250 per.
Seems like a lot.
Well, you got
There
the
are
two
40,
coats.
49 of them.
100,
149 of them.
yeah. It came to like 32,000.
Is this a different color?
Yeah, we're gonna go with the same as the stairs, brown. Dark brown. Won't show anything. It should be. That's what we had planned on.
Right, sorry,
We're
you said,
gonna-
not
we have to
you,
prepare
but
them.
you all said that
What?
it was included.
We were under the impression it
Yeah.
was. When we said landings and the painter, when we were talking to the painter about the landings, he was talking
The
about
base.
landings down at the bottom.
Yeah, after you go up those first
Yeah,
three
but
steps.
it is not in the spec for the painting, for the bid.
He wants how much for it?
$250 per.
But that comes out to
A lot. A lot.
4,000.
You said 30.
That sounds like a lot of money.
37,200.
Let me know.
7,250. You want to bid on it, George?
Maybe. I would do it for 250 a landing. What are you just painting the slab?
Well, some of them have peeled a little bit. Some of them have some low spots. He's gonna fix all that.
And you said 2 coats?
2 coats. And they'll have to do them, some of them a half at a half at a time, so
Yeah.
people can go up and down if they're still,
Get it.
Any
They're not gonna
kind
be-
of guarantee with this?
I have to look at that, I didn't see the bid. I should have that, but. It's not on the agenda, but. He's gonna be here for plenty of time, we can wait.
Yeah.
Vote on it next meeting, talk about it a little more. Maybe he could get another bid, cause he's already here, but let me talk to Tim. See if
Yeah,
I can get him down a
I
little bit.
resist getting another bid.
And then maybe clarifying exactly what he's gonna do when you talk about, you said something about leveling
Yeah.
or taking care of some
Those
issues
spots,
that are,
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, you can do that to an extent. I mean, you're always gonna have a little puddle. Hell, my concrete sidewalk in front of it,
Yeah.
one spot that, I have to step over a little puddle every time I go in and out if it's raining. But, I mean, that's.
I guess in the scheme of
I had
things,
one person that said something about that after we redid the decks, and, I said. It was a little spot about this big, and it was, if you waited. An hour in the
It was
sun,
gone.
it was gone, and I said, yeah, you got a broom? Don't you sweep your front, just go out there. It'll
So
be gone.
he knows how much per
I think it was 250.
250?
and in the scheme of things, when we're talking about $1 million project,
Yeah.
37,000 isn't.
No, that's not a deal.
And to get it all done right.
Yeah. I don't think it's outlandish, but
It's high. Cause they don't all need major work, some of them just need
Yeah.
painting.
yeah,
Well, and. Do we want to give the owners a choice on whether they want the orange covered up with brown paint?
I don't think you're gonna get any complaints out of anybody. Get away from that orange.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is if they're just gonna paint, how much material are you talking about and how long does it take them to do it? You're talking maybe an hour, I mean, if they,
You got preparation,
yeah, all right. It
Yeah.
just sounds like a lot of money to me.
yeah.
You're gonna talk to them though?
Yeah, I'm gonna
John
talk to
talked
Tim. We don't have to make a decision now, and I haven't seen the actual bid. I think we got emailed to John and John didn't print it out before he left. Let's just put that off tonight.
Monica has something.
What do you got, Monica?
We're saying it's not a big deal because it's over $1 million project. They ought to turn that around and say, we're getting $1 million project, let's paint it. Why are they coming up with it now?
Because it wasn't in the specs for the bid when they bid for it. None of the companies bid to do that.
Maybe we could offer them 200 each and see if they'll go.
Well,
for
that's
that.
what I'm saying. I'll talk to Tim and see if I can. Just tell him, hey, I'm gonna have to get other bids at your price. Can you bring it down? Bring it down to
I'm
200?
sure they're not paying those guys $200 an hour.
No, but it's gonna take it's gonna take more than an hour.
Oh, yeah?
Just to do-
Some of them gotta be scraped, sanded, maybe.
All right.
But we'll wait till we see the thing and I'll talk to Tim, see if I can
But
get it
even
down.
dealing with coordinating with the owners and whatever that.
Yeah. Like, he's gonna be here for the next few months, so we don't have to do it today.
Right.
Alright, let's move on. The building painting is going well.
Are they finishing up Palm Tree?
Uh,
Looks like they're getting close.
they're getting close to, George is in Palm Tree.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
They're almost done.
Yeah,
They started on Lakeside too.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they're cleaning
Yeah, they're
it, pressure
cleaning it.
washing and stuff.
Power washing.
Boy,
there,
they're just
so. Yeah, it's going
flying
good.
through the development.
Well, they
And
got-
I
What do
really
they do?
like-
They do the carports last or something?
They'll give you notice. And I
Okay.
don't know how he's working that. I mean, we've got different crews doing that.
Okay. But it looks really good.
Yeah. And the fact that the owner is on site every single day is really impressive to me. Cause any issues we can, a lot of residents have gone out and talked to him and. So. Electrical issues, I think we're pretty good shape on electrical issues right now. It's probably drops.
We need a new wire there to run the lights behind my unit and those pumps. There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
dead circuit there.
Yeah, Jeff's working on that.
He said he's working with the electrician.
Yeah. And we got the lights back on in Springdale and the Boulevard. As you see that little
Yeah.
coil wire,
Yep.
Jeff found the short.
Is that temporary? I hope.
Yeah.
So that's not the right line.
Yeah. I don't know why Jeff doesn't have a. Can't pull a wire from one pole to the next.
It's not common.
Oh, it isn't? Like,
A lot of it's direct bearing.
you mean like my sprinkler system in my back courtyard was? Yeah. I started digging a trench to put in a wire out to my pond for my fountain and everything. Stuck shoveling the ground. Electrical wires under there. All right, carport issues.
Well,
I don't think that was supposed to be issues, but they are starting on the
the
carport.
roofs,
today.
they're in T and U right now, and they're
They
20,
just,
good 20 people there that are.
today's
You
the
was
first
one of the
day.
What?
worst. You was one of the worst. That had some of the worst rod. So I don't know if they decided to start there or they're just getting out ahead of the painters. They
I
don't.
think they're just trying to get away from painters. Yeah.
I do want to bring up something again. We talked about this once before. The roofs on the post office, the mailbox area,
Boxes.
that little flat roof. I don't know about the rest of them, but the one on ours is just disintegrating. And it looks like it's a,
That's V.
yeah, we're B. It looks like it's a kind of a tar roll roof. It's not the yeah, it's not the membrane. It's on the,
No, and they have, it's like the carport. They haven't anything done since.
yeah. It's, I mean, there's big hunks up there of the material that's just laying there. It's not even attached to the rest of the piece anymore.
Is that part of what they're doing with the roofs, or are they just doing the carport itself?
It's carport. It's a shame we didn't include that with
I
the.
think they need to go through and take a look at those and I mean, all that's gonna do is, I can tell you the one on ours is leaking because the deck is spongy. It's not gonna be long before that goes through.
Shed, is that anything we can take care of internally?
I doubt it,
No.
but I'll get Jim to look at all and
The big thing is there's
then we'll have to make a decision whether we want to get a bid on having them all done.
there's flashing and then there's counter flashing, and I don't know how much Jim's capable of.
Well, that's what I want to find out.
Yeah, that's a, the roofing part of it is easy. I mean, it's big roof, it's not much bigger than this table.
Yeah.
But it's all the flashing around three sides, it all has to be removed.
We brought this up 2 months ago, guys.
Yeah,
I
it's too bad.
did.
Um, With Manson going from carport to carport, it'd be nice to get it taken care of now.
Yeah. I'll go out, talk to Bruce.
I don't think it'd be a big of a cost. I mean, the biggest part of it is the flashing.
Yeah.
You know, there's.
Yeah. Alright, I'll see if I can get Bruce to take a look at it when he's here.
What's up?
Get us on that.
Oh.
Alright, termite issues. I haven't heard of any new ones.
Yeah, that's fun.
Too cold for termites?
It could be a good thing.
It
It could be a good thing. It's nice cold weather, takes care of that. No, right now, I don't think we have any issue with termites.
Right next to
Not aware of any.
there's a little basket.
Unit repairs, 609 Woodlawn. I believe we have an estimate on that and it's been
out.
approved.
Right.
Well, the estimate we had last month was 13.6, and I think somebody mentioned 9
Yeah,
for concrete, and that didn't require removing any window.
Right.
You mentioned that.
yeah. That's
Have they been working on the route? Cause there's been activity over there. Have they been working on
The front door, she goes.
dealing with the roots yet? Pulling
Oh,
up,
the roofs.
pulling up, going through the concrete set. that's
John
there.
had them start already. or-
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's just some
Had to get our
activity.
approval.
I haven't looked in the back, but there's just been some activity over in that corner. I'll take a look.
Okay.
Couple doors down from where I live, so.
We can still make a motion this afternoon if that needs to be approved. What is that the board vote on?
The $9,000 concrete rate for 609 for dealing with the roots.
Oh, is it, it's in
Yeah, yeah, the original bid was 13. I think John had got somebody through Jack. Who has agreed to do it for 9
Without pulling the
without
windows.
pulling out the windows. Been over there and looked at it.
Sure, the owner's happy with that situation if they don't have to pull out the windows.
Yeah, they're very happy with that. Maybe I'll just do something.
Was he gonna cut the slab at the wall?
I don't know.
Cause that slab, that was poured like a porch. It's one pour, it goes out.
Yep.
And sits in the footing. And. I mean. You could cut it right along the wall as close as you could get to the wall and just leave that piece of, if it's good.
Yeah.
If it hasn't raised up the roots haven't raised up the foundation, a little bit of footing that's out there. Trust me, there's not much.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, apparently,
You pull that off.
I don't want to say that. Yes, Jeff, if we need to approve that.
Is he back from his?
he's.
He's
up
back,
for ship
but he's
This
driving.
morning.
Hey, got a question for you on the 609. Do we need to approve that new price?
We set up a thing. So we're
Oh, okay, all right. I wasn't sure. I've forgotten.
I
Okay,
thought
you
I'd
don't
seen,
need to- yeah. Okay,
activity over
very
there.
good.
Yep.
Do we have any termite issues?
pressing.
Okay. So they're gonna come back and retreat that? Retreat. Ah, good, good. Any other questions for John Wagon?
Nope. No.
Okay, that's all we needed. Thank you. Bye. All right. 511, that was the one with the plumbing issue in the middle of the night, and she paid $9,000. She's agreed to take $500 and be happy. So,
500?
Yeah.
Out of 9,000?
yeah.
Are you serious?
Well, we had Tim look at it. I mean, she had no invoice. And she should have never.
She had no bid or estimate?
No.
No bid estimate. She did, the plumber just said, pay me $9,000
Pay me
up front.
9,000 and I'll do this job and I'll be out of here in the morning.
I'll be out of here in the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
Ever.
Nine.
Sorry.
Makes 250 a deck sound good.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's just
It's
one of those things. So, anyways, but that's settled. All right, committee comments.
Not a-
Question,
Yeah,
for window replacement, still has to be approved here?
yes.
So
Just
what
a
happens?
formality.
Just a formality?
But we
I,
need to, the reason we have that is because we want to make sure it's permitted. So it's done, within, because there's a lot of limitations with when you have patio doors.
right. I don't remember seeing or hearing one for 752. Windows were replaced.
Just recently?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is that unit? I mean, it's Oakview, but
Next to John West. If you're facing his unit to the right,
Front windows or back?
Front, I can't see the back.
Okay. I'll check into it. If they didn't, make sure we ask them for a copy of a permit. 'Cause, yeah, there's a lot of restrictions with the hurricane windows, and I know when I put new windows in my patio, I had to have certain type because I had sliders inside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Windows. I will check on that. Anything else? Any other committee comments?
Out at this point.
And, Gus, nothing? The mailboxes, I'll have Ben, Bruce look at those.
Okay, Unit 511, it was on here, I missed, what was that?
That was that plumbing thing.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Middle of the night. Crazy. Didn't call the office, didn't call,
Oh,
she didn't even call Jeff, the emergency line, because Jeff returns all calls. It's just crazy. Owners, you're up.
Okay, I appreciate it. I'm Ken Thetford from Unit 102, like I said before. And I'm basically just looking for information, I think, more than anything. Do you folks get involved in the maintenance work order issues at all? I'm trying to figure out, I know there's a lot of people in the area where I live in Pinehurst who routinely are requesting people to come out and clean their gutters. Because I live in 102, which is on the bottom. 103 is above me. The gutter runs all across the back. And invariably, when it rains, the gutters overflow. It looks like Niagara Falls down the back of my windows. I'm sure I'm not the only one. But I'm curious as to work orders get put in, the guy comes out and does something or says there's nothing I can do, or it's flat roof, or the gutters are too small, or whatever.
Jim goes and checks.
Well, the flat roof and the gutters are too small issue, that's not the answer, and it's not what he ought to be telling people. Because flat roofs are here, that's not an excuse. So we need to deal with them. But my question is, does anyone look at all of those work orders that come in, put them into groups, and say, hey, all these people in Pinehurst are having problems. Why don't we go out and clean the gutters every January, in July?
And they are. Jim knows the ones that are continually getting, and he does go up regularly.
Okay.
And cleans out the gutters. Now, as far as, yes, Florida has rains. I have 2 downspouts. And mine will overflow. I'm a corner unit, and literally I can show you video right on my phone of Niagara Falls.
So can I.
Yeah. It depends on the rain. If we get, an inch of rain in 20 minutes, sometimes the gutters just get overwhelmed. Sometimes there is debris to get to the end. I happen to have a 6-foot step ladder, and when I stand on that, I can.
Well, good for you.
Yeah. And I try, but I still have, when we have a big storm coming, I'll usually go out, just check, look, okay, they're clear, good. And then it overflows, and they're just overwhelmed.
Well, that's good information. Like I said,
the work orders, Jim usually does all roof things. Your work order's put there, it's given to Jim, it's a roof.
Yeah.
Gutters. He goes, he cleans them out, looks, and then he brings it back and turns it into John, and John reviews it before he logs it.
Yeah.
And puts it away.
Okay, well, that's good. That's what I say. I was looking for information.
Occasionally we get a rain, and then occasionally there are gutters that are full. So if it does overflow, you call in a work order and he'll go check them.
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
Well, I had one last year where the actual downspout gets stuffed up.
Yeah.
And water was coming out at all the joints and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've been there and seen it or not. Back of 103 and 102 is where the water has been overflowing around the downspout, in my opinion, for years. Because there is a spot that runs right behind where the downspout was that is all rotted out. And there's holes right above my lanai windows that are as big as tomato cans.
Well, then we need to get.
And whenever this weekend makes the fourth time that the water has come through the gutter, out that little thing where the downspout's supposed to be attached, runs down the wall in those holes, and that's now rotted a hole in my lanai roof, and it's leaking into my lanai.
Oh, that's bad.
And I don't know where, what's going on in that wall between me and the people next door.
Nothing good.
Nothing good.
And
Yeah.
the guy, the maintenance people have been out. We came down in October. I don't live here full time. The guy's been by 5 times to look at it. Pulls up out back in his little cart, sits there and looks at it, maybe makes a couple of notes or shakes his head and drives off. So I think those units should have been on this list of people monitoring what's going on.
That
And
was
I don't-
been in place before they painted it.
Yeah, exactly. And I
thought they were-
I mentioned it to John, and I owe him an apology because it was at an offsite,
Ah,
get together.
yeah.
And I just asked him when they were going to do it, and he said, "I'll call you tomorrow." Well, I knew that wasn't going to happen. But it just seems like we're letting that. You talk about termites. You got wet wood behind those walls. You got, I don't know. It
Yep.
just seems like
I'm gonna get Jim to get it a little more into it.
if all else fails, somebody should have been putting, a piece of plastic over it to protect it from the elements until they could get in there and do it. But that's it. That's
Okay.
my number one observation. My number
Well,
two.
That's a good thing to do, because,
Well, I didn't know whether this was the right venue or not, but
yeah, it's the right venue.
I've had people come out and look at it. They come out and talk to me and told me, "Oh my God, it's a flat roof." And in Florida, flat roofs are not the way to
No,
go.
so if you got leaks inside,
Yes.
okay, we need to get Jim inside to look at that.
And I have shades on the windows, and the water is actually, I think, probably coming through one of the screws that holds the shades up. And I got a picture of where the drop's forming. So I don't know what's going on behind that.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, all right.
What's your last name?
That's
Except for
THETFORD.
Linda's on the pool committee.
Oh, yes.
All right, we will. Get Jim down there and take a look.
Okay, I appreciate it. That was not my intent. My intent was to find out how the system worked. But he's been out there and
Yeah.
he's,
Well, if you just put in something for water to overflow, but you get a problem inside, you need to state that so he would come in and then he talks to you.
well, he was inside because I told him we had spots on the roof from where the water was leaking, and I do have some brown spots. I'm not so sure that wasn't caused by some of the power washing. Because the siding, in my opinion, on that whole backside needs to be replaced, but that's not my decision.
Well, if you got rotten wood or hole, yeah.
But anyway, the other observation that I had is right before Christmas, my wife made a bunch of these decorations to go on the light poles. So friends and I were going around putting those things up, with zip ties and everything. And I would say about 25% of the light poles are just hanging on. They just are about ready to go. And I don't know if anybody ever looks at that. I know one of them over in the corner, someone has taken a PVC pipe and stuck it down beside it and then
Stabilize it.
tied it to the pole. Well, yeah, but it's not stable. So my question, I guess my observation is, if that's true in A, it's probably true in B and C and everywhere else. So is that something that somebody is looking at to say, okay, it's time for us to do a wholesale, replace all the light poles, or come up with a fix for all the light poles or something? Because I can't believe some of them are still standing.
We're getting close to that thing.
But you got them to do.
Well, and I didn't know that anyone was monitoring, so that's why I said this is an observation.
if we see one that's leaning, we get out, and then we'll have Jeff go out, try to do something with it.
Yeah, well,
But that's infrastructure, right?
What?
That might be something that we need to look into getting estimates on, but that's a big ticket item.
yeah,
But-
well, and I don't know that it's universal.
Yeah, well,
But I observed it in A.
Yeah.
And so it kind of led me to believe that these are all appeared about the same time.
Yeah,
But I don't know how you stabilize them, because I don't know, are they just stuck in the ground, or are they have a spike?
down in, I don't know what's down. So I'll ask Jeff. and
The
get Jeff.
problem of it is they're not very deep in the ground
Yeah,
and it's in sand
yeah,
and they're all kind of wobbly.
yeah,
Get water. So,
yeah, I don't, that's, it's,
yeah.
I just wanted to bring it up in case nobody else had mentioned it, and
There's a fixture over in Oakview X that I don't know if they hit it with a lawnmower on the poles, that they hit it so hard that the fixture just sort of exploded. I mean, there's pieces of it laying all over either that or somebody came up with a baseball bat and hit it. I mean, I don't know how
Is
you
that
would.
part of your physical therapy?
Yeah, you ever hit lightning?
No?
That,
But it looks like it got hit at the base.
yeah.
It looks crimped, recent.
I'll have Jeff
Well,
come up, take a look at yours and maybe it's time.
I don't want this to come across like, I'm complaining about everything, because that wasn't my intent, but I thought, I'm gonna go talk to them about the wall. I might as well mention the light posts. And I appreciate your,
It may be time to start looking at alternatives and doing one village at a time
Yeah.
over time, because it is
Anybody know how many we have like this?
Oh, a lot.
They're all numbered, but I don't know.
there's 13 in A, counting the one at the entrance.
Yeah.
And you've got that multiplied by 25 times.
Yeah.
Plus you've got
Some of them are.
probably 50 of them up and down the boulevard that are responsible.
Oh, I did notice that as I walk, that it seems like a lot of those are having problems because they're stretching wire from one to the other.
Well,
Yeah, that's just the one from Springdale. It's between Sherwood and Springdale.
Yeah.
Yeah. We lost all of our cluster lights last weekend and it was just pitch black. No carport lights, no nothing. Oh bad. So Jeff found that on Monday and put that, but we had an electrician coming in and check into that.
Huh.
I get Jeff to go take a look and then maybe we
Well, that was my actual thought was,
yeah.
if this is something other that is widespread, maybe we ought to start thinking about putting it in the budget and doing one, it's like you said, every year or every. I don't know.
We were able to put off the boulevard repaving
Yeah. Well,
for a couple of years.
no complaints,
Big
just
ticket.
observations.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of the fixtures too, the light, the top of it,
Top,
they're
Yeah.
in really bad shape.
they are.
Yeah, someone else mentioned that some of them are held on with zip ties and, so yeah, it sounds like they're maybe reaching the end of life, but,
I think they expire.
okay, I'm done. Thank you very much for your time.
Good stuff, good stuff. What's the gentleman's name on there?
Randy.
Randy, you got anything?
Yes, sir. Good morning, everybody again. I'm Randy Brennan. I'm here for my mother-in-law, Doris Phillips, 806 Oak Drive. I sent John a letter back in December. I don't know if you guys have seen it. You guys know what I'm talking about the floor damage she's got? Or just news? It's supposed to be on your agenda today.
No.
All right, let me share a picture with you guys so I can show you the problem. I don't know if you guys have screens. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So Doris has lived in this unit for many, many years. I've been married to her daughter for 45 years. She's been in there more than that. And in her front and back bedrooms, she had laminated flooring. The flooring started to buckle and she didn't know why. She eventually had some work done in the unit and she asked the guy to take a look at the floor. he peeled it up and found roots growing underneath the floor. I was over there and I saw this. I've never seen anything like this ever. And I've done a lot of construction work. So the roots are growing in from the outside of the building underneath the laminated floor in both the front and the back. So it looks like it's coming in between the block wall and the slab. It penetrated all the way into this room. And this picture I'm showing you here, she's actually got a patio behind that with tile floor. I imagine those roots are under the tile floor as well. But the contractor cleaned up this floor and replaced her flooring for a cost, which I sent to John. And she's asking for reimbursement of the cost to fix this because it looks like the speculation from the contractor is the landscaping outside has been piled up against the joint between the wall and the slab and is allowing the plant materials to migrate into the building. And it was reported when it happened. I don't know if anybody ever looked at it. I know no repairs have been made to this thing. I'm wondering if you guys have experienced this elsewhere because the buildings are all the same, obviously, but it's bizarre and it's bad. So it's going to happen again as well, unless somebody comes in there and fixes the problem on the outside. So she cleaned it up. She replaced the flooring at a fairly considerable expense, but I know this is going to occur again unless somebody takes a look at what forgive the pun, but the root cause of this problem on the outside of the building. So that's why I'm here. You guys ever heard of this?
No.
No.
Well, no, yeah, John, he said something one time. You say the back, you have a back courtyard or you're right up against the common area?
She's right up against the common area in the back, and the front is also common area.
Yeah.
It's landscaping on the front and the back. It's pretty
How
ugly.
far does that-
We got a lot of pictures. It's
Yeah.
How far does that go into the bedroom?
all
roots.
the way from the outside wall to the almost to the interior wall. It's a good 8-9 feet.
So that was cleaned up and then flooring was reinstalled?
Yes, they cleaned it up. The slab looked perfectly clean when he's done with it. He put laminated flooring back down again, but it's not going to stop this stuff from coming in again.
Part of the problem, especially along the front, it's probably got built up because, and what's happening is you're trapping moisture in between the slab and the laminate floor, and that's why the roots are going there.
Yeah, they
And-
got to be
and
moving in from that. That was my thought too. My thought is the landscaping and the mulch over the years must have been piled up along
Yeah.
the side of the wall, and moisture can just infiltrate in there, and the plant just follows the moisture. So
Right.
that's what happened. So I think somebody needs to take a look at this, and I think that whatever's on the outside, if we're right, needs to be taken down below the grade needs to be taken down below the slab where the slab
Below
hits
the
the
slab.
wall, probably grouted or caulked.
Okay.
I bet if you go and look at that, you're going to find roots coming up from whatever's out there into the side wall in the front and the back. So anyway, I sent this to John, and I didn't hear anything from him. So I followed up a few weeks ago, and they said you guys were meeting today, and I was welcome to come and hear about
That's
it.
on the agenda for the board meeting.
So there you have it. And so I'm
Okay.
looking for somebody to tell us what you guys can do about this.
I will get with John and
Steve,
see what we,
That's on the agenda for the board meeting, that letter,
oh, is it?
the pictures.
Oh,
there.
okay. All right, I
So
see.
that's for the board.
Okay, well, it's on the board agenda for the board meeting this afternoon. So,
Oh, that mean it's above your guys' head?
yeah,
Yes,
apparently so.
Way above.
But that could come under landscaping at this point.
Does that mean I need to dial in this afternoon and do this again?
No, it's on there. Yeah, we got pictures. We got the pictures here on the agenda for this afternoon.
Or
So
what do
if you want, you can. If I don't think it's necessary, but we're gonna talk about it.
Well, I certainly would like to hear what the board thinks
Okay.
about it, and what they would do, if anything, so I can tell my mother-in-law about it.
Yeah. All right.
Is
Well,
it,
just,
is it the same dial-in info, the same meeting ID?
Yeah.
Yes.
yes,
What time?
All
What
this-
time's that
2
meeting?
o'clock. 2 o'clock.
All right. Well, this has been very stimulating. I appreciate you letting me show up and listen to issues going on over there.
Okay. Well, glad to have you.
All right, I'm signing off. I'll be back at 2.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
When that came up the last time, it was said that maybe you're gonna have to start looking at putting some money in the budget because it's gonna continue to happen.
We've had other units that water got on top of the slab, in between the slab and their floor. Steve, Mercy,
Mhm.
they had some wood, they had that in their unit, they got that engineered wood floor. And they had some problems with water under it. And I can tell you, in my front bedroom, there was some issues with moisture getting in on top of the slab, wicking up into the wall. I repaired all of that when I did the bedroom, but I had to go out and remove. I mean, the dirt was probably 2 inches up above the slab, where it just piled up over years and mulch decaying and whatever else.
Yeah.
And it just sucks that moisture into that block, and it gets in there.
Yeah.
I didn't have roots in there, but I've never seen that.
Were you able to put some kind of a barrier up?
No, I lowered it.
Okay.
I just raked everything out, got it away from it's just enough pitch there that it will slope out and drain away.
Okay.
But it was just over time, it had built up and nobody really, from the outside, unless you look really close, you can't tell that your mulch is above your floor. And
Yeah.
that's a disaster waiting to happen. Block's really bad about wicking up moisture more than the concrete is. Some of it sometimes can act just like a sponge.
Yeah, when I used to have the aluminum and vinyl windows and the waterfall, I had the water come right underneath of that, right into my lanai, but I had that pebble floor. So it's not like there's a gap between.
What you do with your pebble floor? Is it still there?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was looking at buying a condo here, switching, and it's got a pebble floor in the lanai, and I'm like, thanks the world, which take this.
You wouldn't take it up, you cover it up.
Cover it. I mean,
I mean, it's good looking.
it's
So
down.
it got really to a point where you couldn't tell it was dirty, but you had to know of all the years coming in and out. So I took my carpet cleaner. Thing worked like a charm with brushes on it.
Yeah.
Scrub it.
Oh my God, and water was black. But it turned out nice. So, but yeah, I know about water getting in. But when I changed my windows back there, I put in a block wall up to 3 foot, and then sliders. And I had no problems with water getting in now. And I had a gap that down far that my level of the soil was that far below.
Yeah,
It
usually
just
the backs
fill
are
up when that waterfall came. Just
Yeah, I don't see that doesn't seem to be a bother for us. I wondered about the people upstairs. So I talked to the lady upstairs, and she said at one time, 2 or 3 years ago, they had water coming under the windows or by the windows or something. And I don't know what happened, but they didn't seem like they were having any problems now. But I don't think my windows are having any problems, but it's the now in the hole that's there.
and we get Jim down there to take a look at it.
Okay.
and replace your gutter. I mean, downspout.
Yeah, the downspout's been laying on the ground since I came here in October, and I can see why they don't want to put it back up because they haven't fixed the hole behind it. So, but on the other hand, every time it rains, water's going in that hole.
But during the painting process, it should have been dealt with.
Yeah, I understand that, but we'll get Jim down there.
When the when the downspout was in place, did it hide the holes?
Well, there's some discussion about what caused the holes. I think he believes that it was caused by the power washing. But the rot wasn't caused by the power washing.
Now, the power, if you've got some rotted wood and you power wash, yeah, it will blow all the rotted wood.
Yeah.
But-
I wouldn't argue the fact that the power wash may have caused the holes, but the
There were other
rotting
problems before
has
that.
been going on over a period of years, so.
Yeah.
Are we looking at other places to see if that same thing is it in it? If it is, then somebody needs to take a look at it and start doing whatever they can do to keep it from.
I'm like you, I'm on a lower unit. And I can tell when I don't even have to look, I can tell when the gutter is stopped up because when the water cascades over it, it hits the windows.
Yeah.
And you just hear this. It sounds like somebody's out there with a garden hose spraying your windows. And it's like, okay, gutters are stopped up.
Yeah. Okay, well, I was very impressed that someone actually does come around on a regular basis and clean them out. But, you know, not being here full time, and we don't necessarily see all the things that happen.
You also have one other issue, and I don't know how many other clusters have this problem, but you all have an abundance of oak trees.
Yeah.
And they shed 24/7, 365. I mean, you know what your parking lot looks like.
Yeah.
And that's what gets in those gutters. Most of those trees are taller than so they're blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say those gutters up there could be cleaned up after 2 weeks.
Well, I'm pretty sure that someone came not very long ago, I'd say within the last 3 weeks, and climbed up on the roof, and I could hear the blower up there. And then they went across the street and did I don't know if that's B or C, but there was a single level over there that he was up on the roof cleaning it. And I didn't call, but
Yeah.
I know that the neighbors on
Tim has a schedule.
Well,
He
yeah.
knows which ones are usually get
That's-
clogged.
that's
He
a
has,
good
he has
thing.
a schedule, and if somebody calls, he'll do all the ones in that area.
We tried to keep up with it, but I'm more concerned with the back. That's
Yeah.
the bottom of that.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about it until last night, actually. I'm thinking the water's going in that hole and it's leaking into my lanai, but what about the water that's going down in the wall? Is there insulation in there or?
No.
Probably not.
That's probably good.
If it's the concrete wall, the block wall, the stucco on it, the only thing you've got 3/4 inch furring strips back there.
Right.
And there's, at least in my unit, there wasn't any insulation.
No.
Back in there, so.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, so. It was just my thought, like, oh my God, if that's all getting wet, it'll be wet forever.
Well, if there is any back there, it's foamable. It's not that insulation. I'm more concerned about the floor structure between your unit and the second floor. There is a 2x wood band that's not treated back behind that siding. And you've got floor joists that run the long way, which is kind of odd.
Yeah.
The way these were built. Usually you would run your joists a short distance.
Yep.
But they run the long way. They're also 24 inches on center, so they're spaced out more because that was just a porch.
Sure.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Even the ones that are 1-story. Oh gosh, the one over in. I'm trying to put the guy plays pickleball. Him this white. Anyway, he's back in the corner of W. I call it Little Oaky. The first one you go in on the right.
Walter and
Walter.
March.
When Walter had his ceiling out in his lanai, I was over there and I saw it and I was amazed at how minimal the structure is in there. I mean, not much.
Now you're scaring me.
Yeah. Plywood decking on his, it's a 1-story.
Yeah.
But plywood decking, and I know my unit, and when those were built, those were screen porches. They weren't closed in.
Yes.
So that's why your floor slopes. So the water could, after it blows in, it could get back out.
Okay.
Yeah. So not good.
Okay, well, thank you for or listening to me and all the information you provided. I appreciate it.
Very good. All right.
The second stories do have a concrete
Slab.
slab on top of the wood, just as a soundproofing and fireproofing and. But
Does that apply to the lanais as well? The
the lower lanais slabs just concrete.
Right, but I'm talking about the slab. Does the slab continue from the building out over the lanai on the second floor?
It just, well, the second floors only have a topping of concrete.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's just a topping. It's not structural. It's for sound, but
Right.
it's fireproofing. I mean, it works. I've seen it done. It's a slurry they pour that's almost like about the thickness. And they pump it in with a hose. They take a squeegee, they move it around. It self levels. It's great for soundproofing. But it also, since it's poured literally on wood structure. When the wood gets wet, it traps the moisture between the slab and the wood and makes it even worse. Because that's probably half-inch plywood, and it has the water resistance of a piece of paper. Just about.
Good point, yeah.
It's probably an exterior grade, but it's not rock proof.
Well, I'm hoping that obviously that whatever they're planning on doing would be done before the wet season, for sure. But I've had four times it's rained now since October, and every time I've had water dripping in my lanai.
Okay.
Not much, but it's still dripping.
Yeah, that should be taken care of sooner.
All right. Gotcha. No two. Window permit 72. I think I got all the notes that I need. All right, anything else?
When do we want to meet next
Meeting.
Maybe we should ask Pat.
Yeah, good idea.
And then choose the week after that.
Not too funny.
No, I'm not.
Not.
My wife tells me that all the time. 16th?
16th.
You know, something we got to do.
What's your day?
Yeah, that would be right before the board meeting.
And it's President's Day.
So.
It's your day.
She was saying it's your day.
The President's Day.
God, you're slow.
I am so.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
Do we want to meet before the board meeting?
This is before the board meeting.
Yeah,
Oh, it is. I thought you said it was after. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
10 o'clock on the 16th?
Yep, that'll do.
You know, but going back on 806 with the roots, we got to figure out a way here that those kind of problems.
Well, I think what it comes from is the mulch. Just keep putting on top and on top and on top and on top and on top.
I can just about guarantee you that's causing part of the problem.
We need to
I'd
get
like,
in there and rake it out.
I'd like
Put
to,
mulch.
yeah. I'd like to know more about what plant materials out there, or what could possibly send roots.
That's your other committee.
I know, but
But I'm just wondering if it would be worthwhile to be proactive and start going from unit to unit and see what.
Or when that issue, when she pulled that floor up the first time and realized that.
Why wasn't it dealt with?
Well, I mean, or get us all together. You know, we've got a lot of people here with a lot of
Like you
experience.
said, it's his mom.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
Okay, well, clean it up, put new tile down or new flooring.
And if he's been married for 40 plus years, she's
up there.
She's up there.
Yeah.
But John has more information than that, and we'll get to it in this afternoon's meeting.
Sometimes some of those things go to John and they don't get to the other right people that need to know.
He's usually pretty good, but
Monica's way.
Monica's waving.
Monica.
what do you want, Monica?
You know,
Speak up.
you know, your roof problem is also part of your landscaping committee, not just the
Yes.
building
Yeah, we
committee.
just said that.
Yeah.
And my other suggestion is, why don't we do the roofs and the gutters on a regular basis? And
We do.
also
Yeah.
do, I mean, regular, every 3 or 4 months, and then do the work orders as they come in.
That's all, that's
Jim,
all,
Jim
that's all
has a
done.
schedule. Jim has a schedule where he goes up just on a regular basis and cleans the whole roof of that cluster. And the other ones are handled as they come in.
Excuse me, I say BS to that, because I know when he's up on the roof, because he throws all of my pine needles to the side or on the back of my patio. So I know he's been on the roof.
Well,
And somebody
That's
said,
you-
no, that's only because I asked them to come. It does not happen any other time.
that's the indication that he's been there. That's information for you.
You're really gonna tick her off.
Are you, excuse me, are you listening to me or am I speaking French? I only
Try
know,
German.
I only know when he's been there when I've asked for it. They
Yeah.
say he's been there. I said, no, there have been no pine needles anywhere.
Yeah,
That means he has not
trees
been
over
there.
her to speak of.
Pine needles.
I have 2 of those wonderful Australian pines that get stuck in my gutters all the time.
Well, they're all dying, so you know they'll be gone soon.
They can't die fast enough.
She's gonna be here.
I'm telling you, they're all dying. If you don't believe me, go out and look at them.
Oh, I have one that I keep sticking stuff on, make it die faster.
Still dying too,
Yeah.
but she treated. Did we spend money on treating?
Oh, they are.
Hell yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't look too bad. The ones
But-
that in S,
I'm just saying, when I ask
Okay.
for him to be there, I find the pine needles all over the place. When they say he does a regular, I find no pine needles.
I didn't say, I said there are certain roofs that he does regularly where there are oak trees and they're always a problem. He has a schedule. Other places like yours, people call in and he goes.
Well, I'm suggesting that there's a regular maintenance,
Prevent.
just regular maintenance to go to those places that have more trees over the roofs. I mean, heck, I go to the dentist twice a year. As
Okay,
regular.
Monica, we'll put you on the regular.
I'm just saying regular maintenance schedule. That's what it should be.
I'll tell you what. Let's put her in charge of Jim.
You want him to quit?
Yeah. All right.
Alright,
move to
Anything
close.
Yeah, move to close.
second that.
Second it. Okay, meeting is adjourned.
Alright, bye, everybody.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your.
You're gonna be out.